Usually that's what we see when you pair a Vladimir is more of an AoE centered damage, because you also want to supplement the already strong AoE damage coming from that Vladimir. And I do expect that Aatrox to also go into the jungle, so we'll see how Fan will be able to help Faye in the mid lane.
I believe it's also gonna be a very interesting lineup that JDG is actually building right now. Since the last time they had these two champions, Evelynn and Orianna, we saw the Jax coming in from Lemon in the top lane. But now there's also an easier access for a Shockwave with this Camille. You can hookshot in Hexic Ultimatum and then Shockwave gets in place straight to the carry. And also even the Evelynn can be the ball delivery system here on JDG. The only thing they actually need here is an Ornn, and yeah, it's gonna get locked in as well. Additional frontline, and also one great way to set things up on a fight.
Yeah, Ornn would be their long-range engage, trying to slow members down so that the Orianna and the Camille can catch up. There's also a lot of potential right there from the Ornn. I do like the Zeri pick, but I think it could have been different. It could have been something that they could also push the tempo with. But I do see actually Delusion being banned. That was my initial thought on how they can replace the Zeri. So Zeri was perfectly fine right now in their composition. Also a good way to, also has a lot of mobility so that when they start out fights, the Zeri can also move forward and catch up to the whole team.
Yo, crazy apple. You wanna hear a crazy idea? Just a theory, Ab.
Okay, go.
Because we saw that JDG banned out Zoe, right?
Yeah.
What if they intentionally banned the Zoe so that Weibo Gaming would pick Vladimir and JDG would be able to win Orianna? And since they had the MVP performance of Payby already against a Vladimir, and then they win, that would be like stacking of plans. It's like playing chess all over again, but starting from the draft pick. Looks like they're stepping up a notch.
Yeah, that could you call draft diff? If that is the case, the draft diff between both of the teams and both of the coaches. If that is the case, that is a very, very good pick ban phase for the side of JDG. But we'll get to see if they'll be able to execute that to that effect in this game too.
Because right, everything is just in theory. Everything that we have discussed, though there has been some stats to back it up, it's all up to the execution of both of these teams in this game, in this particular match number 2. And that's something very different, right? That's where we disregard all of the previous matches they've had, all of the stats they had, and this becomes like a fresh start.
Yeah, already a lot of tussle here in the bot side. I believe Ignite was used, and I was actually wondering, that was an immediate use of the Ignite in the mid lane between the Orianna and the Vladimir. I would prefer if the Vladimir was a bit lower, since he can just eventually get back that HP. But maybe, you know, Payby knows something about that matchup that you really need to cast the Ignite level 1.
But the matchup in the top lane is a little bit difficult here for Lemon, right? Because yeah, you pick Camille. Yes, you have adaptive defenses. Yes, you have the tactical speed to heal yourself back up. But this is still a Renekton, one of the greater matchups right now against a Camille. You see the stats, battle start, 26%. Not really the highest, but very effective in the mid lane in game number 1. Now, Flash could be used by Barry just to stay alive almost with the Blade Caller.
Yeah.
Top lane, Lemon just desperately trying to survive. Ignite is sticking on both of their heads, but no one seems to fully commit.
Yeah, but Lemon does have a bit of an advantage right there if he gets his passive down, gets the shield, does have that immediate advantage if it's able to auto-attack that Renekton. But again, on the bot lane, we did see earlier they 2v2'd Barry and Max and were able to push them out. That is a big advantage right now for both Kratos and Jikian on the bot lane. So yeah, I'm loving this bot lane right now from the side of Weibo Game. As you said, this is the return of Kratos and he's really putting his mark in the series.
They were able to crash in the wave, get a cheater recall back to the base, and go back to lane just before a potential gank here of Fan. Now the body stand is going to be committed. Fan even invested the flash just to close in the distance as he cast the World Ender, and the life was ended there on the Gragas. Now one is going to be joining. Great damage, great follow-up as well. Barry just breathing on the back line. Oh, the ult, the last caress still wasn't enough to take him down, and Fan gets another kill. Oh, Weibo Gaming clutching the moment.
Yeah, That was a good answer from JDG because JDG and Weibo knows that the bot lane for JDG doesn't have flash. We're gonna see in the replay right here. It's gonna be started out by Fan. He knows that there's no flash from both Max and Barry because of the previous fight. So he went in immediately, tried to get a kill. They immediately get that on the Ornn. But the answer from Once right here is pretty good. But I want you to look at the spacing from Fan. He's trying to move a bit to the left, trying to predict where Once is gonna use his ulti. Gekian does survive and Fan gets a kill. So in the end, it's a 2v1 exchange in favor of Weibo Gaming.
Also, great sustain coming in from Jiken, right?
Yeah.
That probably is the reason why he was able to stay alive. That is sticking along with the dominance being invested here by Zihan. Fan is also in the vicinity. Maybe they can find a way to chase him down. Lemon won't be able to escape anymore, and that's perfectly timed.
Yeah. Fan just taking advantage of how strong his laners are at the moment. Kratos, Gekia, and the bot lane for Weibo Gaming keeps on trading, so this bot lane is always like lessening their HP. You also see the Renekton and Camille always tussling on the top side, so this Aatrox can just go and deal his damage and able to get these kills. And right now, Weibo Gaming have a very significant lead early on, 3-1 in kills, 1,000 gold lead before the 4-minute mark.
Let's see what's gonna be the response here of Weibo Gaming. Again, on the side of JDG as well, because we have seen more plays coming in from Weibo Gaming. And right now, they're looking to maybe defy the plans here of JDG. Again, this draft, this execution started from the drafting phase. Evelyn, Orianna, combination of JDG. Looks like Weibo Gaming is actually prepared for this. Zihan is doing such a good job in the top lane, but now, Lemon and Once 2v1ing him, giving him a hard time. Extra kill damage is gonna be used as well. It's the dominant. It's looking to sustain him, but not enough.
Yeah. That damage really from an Evelyn, how long the charm was on you, feels a bit unfair when you're the Renekton, but it's some of those things. The dive was also perfectly executed by JDG. The Camille was one who's getting a lot of the damage on the tower, but Fan tried to go for the counter jungle here.
He just wants to give Once a hard time. Command protects him. Takli was well invested just to prevent any sort of follow-up from Faye and Fan. But that gives this RH for free for Weibo Gaming at this point.
Yeah, and even though we do see the lane swaps from both of the Dragon laners right now, they are on the top side of the map. It's just gonna be the Rift Herald going to the favor of Weibo Gaming, and JDG actually getting challenged here in the Dragon.
And they secure this one. Faye using the ult. Here comes Jikian using the cast to catch them off guard. One is sticking, burning, gets another ignite in his head. That is just so important, but actually is still able to survive. But now, Weibo Gaming going, called the board card by Max, just weighing them, and Faye by getting the dragon is just key for JDG to deny the objective here from Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, and this is a lot better early game right now for the side of JD Gaming. They're able to trade objectives, which wasn't what they're doing. They weren't doing that earlier on in game 1. They kept challenging Weibo Gaming. Here they traded objectives and even entertained the fight against Weibo Gaming, wherein they got a couple of kills. They now have a slight advantage on their side. They also have a bit of a late game scaling on their side with that Zeri, as well as the Orianna dealing lots of damage later on. So both of the teams right now are really poised to do a lot more when they get to that late game.
Oh yeah, this is actually an even matchup so far, despite the series of events. We see Weibo Gaming getting the upper hand a while ago through the ganks of their Aatrox Fan, and we see as well JDG finding ways to get objectives despite the early aggression of Weibo Gaming. Them getting the dragon can actually be key to them stacking the dragons up and later on maybe posting for that soul point. And that's what Weibo Gaming needs to stop, because a while ago that was the key to victory. Shot is going to be invested. Jiken is still able to attack so much. Finally the cast gets used, but a little bit late. Just gonna disengage. Yeah,
they disengages, but JDG able to get that pick off right there. Just might be able to pressure more objectives. It doesn't seem so right now, but Barry might be in a bit dangerous spot here.
Let's see. The Fan wants to close in the distance, or just wants to spawn up Shelly right in front of their faces. And yeah, that is a little bit disrespectful, man. No joke.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta do some things to get the job done. And that's what Fan just did. Summoned the Shelly right in front of them, and once, Xian could have gotten that if you if you got a bit in range, but sadly, once was still able to complete that steal on the blue buff.
Let's see, man, this game is getting really spicy. So
getting pretty
it's
tense.
similar to game number 1. Both of these teams are actually playing this. The only difference right now is that we see more fights than game number 1, and it's because they actually have quite a bit of early game champions as well, and we see the Baron laners actually giving influence, tracking down or helping out their co-junglers secure the kill. Now Fan's gonna join, flashed away by Feyby the moment he saw the Aatrox go in.
Yeah. I think right now in terms of adjustments, right, for JDG, earlier on they were only matching rotations from Weibo Gaming, but now they're also challenging Weibo Gaming in fights, even though the fight is not assured for their side. They're always going for them, but Zihan getting caught out here.
Might be in trouble. Once just using the charm, making sure they get the kill, and Fan getting a little bit late in that fight. It's quite unfortunate for them. It's gonna be used. Barrett's in trouble. Kratos 3-hitting, pops in the up here for Barry. Calls the Force God to use, but it's just for defensive purposes.
Yeah, unfortunate on the feather placement there for Kratos. Wasn't able to root Barry. If they were able to root him down, probably get the kill in that bot lane. But before that fight happened, we also saw on the top side, bit of a mistake for the side for the Renekton player of Weibo Gaming. He walked into the top side. Yes, it was an invisible Evelyn, but you have to play a bit more safe if you know there is an invisible assassin that might just be lurking somewhere, everywhere on the map right now.
Oh yeah, there's so many lurkers here. The Evelyn, even the Aatrox here of Fan is basically just lurking. He wants blood. We see even Bloodthirst being picked up right now, just to maximize the amount of sustain that he has every time he auto attacks. Slams the sword onto the faces here of JDG. 2,000 gold lead, and might be in rising to 2.5 as they secure the tower in the bot lane. Weibo Gaming still unfazed.
Yeah, they're still trying to look for these picks. They're still trying to look for these fights. But unlike earlier, JD Gaming is also matching them for these fights right now. Max get a bit of a love tap from Weibo Gaming, and right now the dragon has spawned into the map. Weibo Gaming will be starting this off, but JDG on the side, they are looking to contest.
Oh yeah, once we have seen the steal come in from Feyby. Once can do it as well and secure this dragon for the team. The cast is going to be used to isolate Lemon, executing him though to at least reposition himself. But Xian has a really good flank. Lemon's still alive, but is sticking with Ignite on his set. Weibo Gaming disengages. JDG is just gonna stick around here in the bottom side river.
Yeah, I think this is a good call right now from Weibo to lick their wounds, but I'm not sure about the Zihan.
A charge comes through from Max, but unable to knock up the members. Is allowing JDG to secure the second dragon. The is gonna be in trouble. Call up the Forge God, denying that sword from the Aatrox. Bang! A little bit later in the party, but still is trying to kill the damage. Kratos is going to be in trouble though. The king in his head is the Ignite, and once will secure the kill. Barry as well closing the distance, helping Barry out, or helping once out, and they do secure the Vladimir as well.
Yeah, and I already commended Weibo Gaming from backing off of that fight. And why? Because they expended already a lot of their ultimates and they weren't able to catch some of the key carries on the side of JDG. That's why they backed off earlier. They weren't able to get the Zeri. They were able to finish the kill on the Orianna. Looking at this replay right here, right? They started off the fight and look at where all the carries are. They're very, very safe. But I think this is the re-engage that we're seeing here in the replay. And even though there's a lot of damage coming from that Aatrox, they're not going to be able to get that kill. And Faye coming in at such a late time, you can see right there was I think maybe a bit of a miscommunication for the side of Weibo Gaming. Maybe some players were already calling for the back off, for the retreat, and then Zihan just said, no, we're going in, and that's why they were a bit late to that fight. If the Aatrox and Vladimir were able to put forward their damage, or they're able to put them on top of each other, they could maybe get some kills, maybe even win the fight. But because of that lost dragon fight right there for the side of Weibo Gaming, JDG just took so much more control over its map, putting more control on the blue side jungle of Weibo Gaming, and even taking down the mid lane turret right here. And Weibo Gaming, they're now trying to look for where where they're gonna go, because they're now in the position of where JDG was in the previous game. They're slowly getting choked out of the map. Yeah. Yeah, JDG right now. Ooh, what a flash from Payby right there, dodging Gkian right there. If he was caught out, maybe that could have been a possible combo coming from Weibo Gaming, but because of that, Baron pressure is still on the side of Weibo Gaming. JDG just trying to take control. Lemon right now challenging this blue buff right here, but it's gonna be stolen by once. This Evelyn is just going out of control, and now we're kind of getting to see the showcase of why Evelyn is just permanently banned in a lot of our series.
Oh yeah, Weibo Gaming is really having a bit of a hard time right now against Jingdong Gaming. Evelyn just proving how useful this champion is, and a reason why this should always be banned, and always banned as well. And JG is making sure they make Weibo Gaming regret. 6,000 gold lead, soul point already, and the dragon stacks. Now Call of Forge God gonna be called out, but unable to find anyone just yet.
Yeah, Kratos even expending the flash over there towards the Raptor camp so that it doesn't get hit by the Call of the Forge God. I think he spotted out the Orianna walking up in the mid lane because he could have been caught out by the Shockwave. Probably a pick off, and that would have been the Baron for JD Gaming. So good call right there from Kratos to expend that flash. But now JD Gaming knows that Kratos has no flash. This could be something that they could exploit into the next fight.
Oh yeah, next fight is gonna be big, especially that the dragon is gonna be spawning up. Weibo Gaming wants to contest it, wants to deny the soul from JDG. And this is one of, I mean, the soul was the sole reason why Weibo Gaming was able to secure that game number 1 a while ago, to defeat the late game scaling of the Kassadin and the other champions that Weibo Gaming, the other champions that Jingdong Gaming has picked up in game number 1. Now they're being the one to actually experience the same threat by JDG. They have full access on the spot side river.
Yeah, full access at the moment from JD Gaming, and they're looking to get these picks. They're looking for some mistakes coming from Weibo Gaming, and once just might be in a good position here.
Yeah, Cass is invested already. Backline has been breached. Barry might actually be in trouble. Had to push in with his ult. Jikan closing the distance, but unable to match Barry. And now, this might be an opportunity for JDG to reset, but Weibo Gaming has a chance to maybe take this dragon.
Yeah, they're really forming up here, Giyang. They're looking to take this dragon. The dragon but just might reset here, and I believe this area is gonna go for the lifesteal. Lemon though trying to challenge out where Zihan is.
Let's see if this is gonna be great here for Weibo Gaming, or if JDG can still commit here in this dragon. Payby is in not really the best position right now. Is stuck here, just trying to get some vision on the blue side jungle. Actually, we see the Camille engage, and Lemon immediately regrets. Call of the War Judge gonna be called out here to Weibo Gaming. Now, they have to catch Faye! He's gonna be in trouble, he gets taken down! And Weibo Gaming loses one. JDG now has perfect opportunity to maybe start this Dragon Force in the fight. You know they have the Shockwave and gets hit on the ground as now Max is looking to tank in as a frontline here of JDG. Fan also gonna be in trouble. Zian calls out the fight, backs everyone out, and Weibo Gaming loses the opportunity to deny this dragon from Jingdong Gaming.
Yeah, and Jingdong Gaming secures the Ocean Drake, and that was a very unfortunate series of events from Weibo Gaming, because I think Faye saw his opportunity, saw the Orianna does not the Orin does not call the Forge God. He saw the opportunity, but he didn't know that Barry was still there. Immediately gets caught out, and this Baron is just melting so fast in the face of Jingdong Gaming. Fan won't even have the chance to look at that Baron.
Now we see it again happening, but with the other team smiling right now. JDG is so close to pushing this to a game number 3.
Yeah, definitely. The driver's seat is in the hands of JDG. They have the tempo, they have the Baron buff, they can look for more engages. They have the stronger composition at this point. They have more gold. So JDG, they just need to really measure the fights, but Fan is in a position, I'm not sure if it's the best flank right now. Max is starting out the fight right here.
There's Storm already used here by Kratos though. might actually be in trouble. The flank coming in here from Lemon is absolutely glorious, and now Kratos won't be able to survive. He's being chased out, flash away, but unable to escape. And now Lemon, 3 versus 1, not scared at all. Tactical sweep, gets the second kill onto the Aatrox. Now JDG just running it down mid. This play, man, is just so good for JDG. They get the perfect position to catch Weibo Gaming off guard.
Yeah, exactly. And even though it was Max running into members of Weibo Gaming and immediately getting bursted out, he was the tank. He's not the carry. So when you expend all your damage on him, the carries are free to expend all the damage on the whole team of Weibo Gaming. And JDG is looking to end the game right here.
They want to. They want a game number 3, and Weibo Gaming won't be able to do anything to stop JDG. And we're getting to game number 3. We kind of anticipated this happening, and I'm just so happy to see JDG again. This draft